Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So it's now shortly after 8. As you guys can see, I'm cleaning off my path to get my bird feeder filled up. And you guys can see it's definitely not cat tracks. It definitely looks like an owl came by here. And also, as soon as we moved here, I always asked myself if I would ever hear owls or see owls. And yeah, you actually do in this area, which is crazy. Would have never thought that I would have ever heard an owl, but I've heard them like 2 times at night. Anyhow, guys, let me get to shoveling here. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today now. It is now officially 11. As you guys can see, the updated snow removal and obviously the happy cardinals, because they are very happy now that they have their food. So obviously I did do that. And then I watched the pretty much to the end, just that extra little 10-minute claim that they do with just one person. So I did that. Obviously walking around a little bit, getting exercise. And then I did add in just a couple more bullet points to the location one. I did do a 5-minute segment into the change in front of me one. And then obviously went and got my groceries, and now here I am. So because I just was watching a Florida Key West, I did also remember that I need to get my flag, my diver's flag. So I'm probably not going to get the buoy, but I mean, I probably could. It didn't look big enough, but you definitely want to, have them see it from a distance, right? So I do have to get my buoy flag. Definitely can't forget that. So that is also one other thing that I want to get. And then, I'm not going any deeper than 33 feet, but I was also thinking at some point, what a better time than to do it than, again, in the ocean. And you guys know, after this trip to Florida, it'll be my last time there for probably at least 4 years, because then obviously my next trip and my next set of trips, probably during the 2028 Super Lush Life, or maybe 2030, honestly. But I might just make a special 2019 or 2029 a Super Lush Life, because at some point I do need to make odd years Super Lush Lives, because you guys remember the 2045 total solar eclipse goes through Florida. So I definitely have to, again, I have over 20 years for that. Well, 19 years, but you guys get the point. So yeah, I definitely have to make it a count this time. So I might as well just get it, guys. It's a Super Lush Life. My last time there for just a little bit. So honestly, I probably will get it before Florida, and I'll find a really cool way to really just get it down to the bottom and just really see everything that is down there. So that'll be really, really fun, guys. Alright, guys, let's go ahead here and let's get back into the video. So I was thinking about maybe getting one of those housing blocks. It's not a housing block, but they call it a housing for my, for like to go into like 50 feet. Because it looks like where they were in the video is pretty deep. Like probably 50 or 60 feet. Because I know Rainbow Springs or Rainbow River is 40 feet deep at the most. And it probably looks about the equivalent from the different videos that I've seen about Rainbow River and people on Rainbow River itself. So yeah, I'm definitely very happy and excited. And then obviously today we haven't done my cleaning, but we will get to my cleaning tomorrow. So yeah, I'm definitely very happy and excited to share that I need to get those 2 things. And I'll probably get them probably next week, honestly. I do have obviously to make my car payment today before work, so I'll make sure I do that. And then today I'm obviously having my cheeseburger, so I'll record myself making my cheeseburger. And then pretty soon here, we will officially be bowling together, which will be really, really fun as well, later on this week. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of really good stuff coming up, guys, but we gotta take it one day at a time. You can't get too excited and too happy quite yet. Although, again, I've already had 5 days, so I've just been way too happy and excited. I did also take my survey, so I'll go ahead and post those there. And then I can't really think of any other additions, so. What is? Let me go help my gram, guys. I'll be right back. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So I was only at 5 minutes, and obviously tomorrow it'll just be really super easy to just do my trash and all of that and not have to worry about cleaning this for my movie Doubleheader Monday. So we'll set myself up for success while we're so excited about my Super Lush Life Sunday and a nice Sunday reset twist as well, because it has been since I haven't actually cleaned this all year. Remember? You guys remember the last day of the year? Or was it the last day of the year? Yeah, I think it actually was the last. I said this would be my last time cleaning. So yeah. Anyhow, guys, we'll go ahead here. We'll do my bathroom together. Because again, I was only at 5 minutes. And I don't need to talk at all during this. Just because my grandma's watching her church in her room. And yeah, because then that's just more for me to write. And it is 12:30 now, so I will have to kind of hurry a little bit through this and not want to edit and then get this video up before work. So here we go, guys. Oh, guys, that was an epic mess. Bummer. That was terrible, guys. Let me show you guys real quick. Bummer. Bummer, guys. That was an epic mess. I actually will just do that talking point. Come on, you silly thing. Come on. I mean, it's this hose. It, yeah. Why? Alright guys, that does it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Here we go.
I think that one of the tasks for us when we are facing illness
Maybe whoever watches that can get a sermon along with it.
for healing.
That's right.
Continuing to pray, but wait for healing. Because I think that there is something that God has to teach us in that time that God will use, even though God did not call us, if we just let Him. And so I want to talk today a little bit about what it means to live in this meantime. That as we are praying,
that little leather thing that I gave you from Terry, that book,
Yes.
do you use that?
Well, I mean, I haven't had any books recently, so no. But when I did have a book I was reading,
One
yes.
of them is that Jesus asked the man what seems like, I think, a cruel question on its face. He said, "Do you want to be made well?" Of course this man wants to be made well. But I think Jesus
I think once it gets warm enough
as
that the
this
snow
man had been
starts
there
to
all
melt,
of this time,
Yeah.
all of this
we'll
meantime of
put
his
both
illness,
of our
that
cars
he
there
might
at the
have gotten
back
used to it.
Yep.
and
Or
let
Jesus was
the
asking him,
sun
do you
hit
only
this,
want to be made
some
physically
of
well? Or do you want to be
Right
made well in
there.
all ways? There are things in that meantime that we do to take up the mat so that we might live fully. One of them, I'll say, is a continuation of the conversation about prayer. That as we pray for healing boldly, we also pray that the Lord would stay near to us. The man who Paul describes as a great physician. We know that God is our great physician. So we work through both doctors here on earth as we pray. We seek medical treatment. We also do things to join God in healing our bodies by making changes to our nutrition and our rest, and making sure that we have a way to externalize all of our emotions so we can take care of our mental health during this time. Journal, get a therapist, talk to other people. Because we know that whenever we take care of our emotional health, it is a way of taking care of our bodies. That research shows that whenever our emotions are under a lot of stress, that our physical bodies suffer. And so that is an act of faithful stewardship. It is not an optional luxury to take care of our minds and our bodies in all of those ways. We accept that our emotions may be a roller coaster as well. On the good days, we enjoy them. And on the bad days, we use all of the coping skills that we have to fight back against the darkness. And we know that a bad day is not necessarily the beginning of the end. But we also recognize in all of this that we are living a different life. And so one of the things that we have to do in the meantime is accept the life that you have now. My therapist calls this radical acceptance. It is a total and non-judgmental acceptance of where you live now rather than where you wish you lived. What your life is like rather than what you wish it was. Many of you are familiar with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. It's done in the Law of Recovery meetings. That prayer was written by the Protestant theologian Reinhold Niebuhr. But there's a longer version of it, and it goes on to say, taking the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it. And so as we look at our lives when we have been struck by some type of illness and say, taking this life as it is, not as I would have it. That is a practice of radical acceptance so that we might live fully in the life that we have now rather than just wishing for a different life. Because that is the only way that we are really going to be able to experience the life that is in front of us, is if we are able to, and look, I want to not sugarcoat this, I want to say I think in all of this, the hardest pill to swallow is the pill called the life I have now. And so we are able to swallow that pill, the life I have now.
I've been talking about that a lot.
We are able to live more fully.
With her sermon there.
In our communities and with ourselves as well.
You can watch it later. It's good.
Thing that we have control of in life is
I say that a lot.
What?
All that she's saying right there. Listen to her.
Well, I
We put our
couldn't hear
attention
what
in
you
front of us
said.
right now.
Well,
We
then
put our
watch it
attention
later and hear the whole thing.
While we're in this meantime, we allow ourselves to be a part of a community. Galatians 6:2 says, carry one another's burdens, and in this you fulfill the law of Christ. And the law of Christ is love. So carry one another's burdens, and in this you practice love. So allow yourself to be carried. But being carried is to let other people in on what's going on. Secrecy gives power to the illness. And we are called to live in community with one another and lift each other up and allow ourselves to be lifted up. But when we keep everything to ourselves, we isolate ourselves. And we make our road that much harder. But here's the other thing I want to say is it's not just about other people. When you're
Look how happy they are, Mumu.
Part of being in community.
Do you see them? They're very happy out there.
To live out God's calling on your life.
Here I have
Which is
1,
that other
2,
people
3,
depend on
4,
you.
5, 6,
You are here to
7
help other people.
of
God
those
has a calling
things.
on
Just
every
on
single
that
one
one
of our
little
lives.
spot.
I say, or in this meantime and waiting on healing,
They're very
God
happy
has still
people.
called you to be present for other people, to help other people. Maybe it's someone that is behind you in the journey. Maybe it's a neighbor and a friend and someone that needs encouragement.
What is it, Mumu?
But don't let up being a part of that community.
Yeah, that's
One of
they're
the
called like
last
rough
things that we do
red-bellied.
time is that
They're not like a sparrow. They're more.
refine us.
No, they're more like a
Burn
titmouse,
away the
kind of.
chaff. We let it reveal to us
But they don't
what
have
is
the
not
hair on the
important
top.
and reveal to us what
Some like
truly
a
matters.
big sparrow. A
Jim
big
Collins,
sparrow.
who's written a number of business management books,
Mhm.
reflected on his wife's breast cancer